She has improved her range. Look for her to step out on occasion tonight.
Scored 18 on Monday night. Missed her 35th career double-double by 1 rebound. Had 9 rebounds in that contest as well. Schaefer and Kitley. Got to be a good matchup down each side. Castle Coliseum ready to go here on a Friday night from Blacksburg. Into the center they go. And we are underway with Liz Kitley winning that opening tip.
Hokies got off to a great start on both ends of the floor the other night.
Here's Georgia Amoore getting off to a good start of her own.
Speaking of good starts,
Coach Kenny Brooks told us, he said, I was hard on Georgia Amoore, I thought. When I went back and watched the tape even more, so I was even a little bit more pleased with what I saw out of her play. You see the starters out there for Bucknell, Johnson, Collins, Reinbow, some of those starters to anchor with Schaefer, who we featured in the beginning.
That's a good matchup right there, too. Kayla King, best tech perimeter defender against Cecilia Collins, the leading scorer for Bucknell.
Amoore drives and draws the whistle that time as Owusu, Sol, Amoore, King, and Kitley all round out the starting 5 on the other side for Virginia Tech.
Yeah, you mentioned Kenny Brooks' conversation with us about the other day about being hard on Georgia Amoore, and then he looks up and she's got 11 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 for 3 from long distance, and really played a pretty outstanding game.
She's got the first 4 points of this ball game as the free throw goes right through.
When you start talking about the best point guards in the league, and there are a bunch of them, from Diamond Johnson to Olivia Miles at Notre Dame, and Georgia Amoore is right in that conversation, Zach.
Bucknell now trying not to get behind early. That was the problem with St. Joseph's. They got behind, had to kind of turn a second half run to get them back into the ball game. They've talked about wanting to be able to get that quick start, keep the pedal down from the beginning. 7 seconds to shoot. Schaefer will hand it off. There's Johnson. Back to Schaefer with 1 second. The hook shot misses. And we'll go back over to the Virginia Tech Hokies. Yeah, Coach Trevor Woodruff in his 4th season over there for Bucknell. The Patriot League Coach of the Year his first 2 seasons there with the helm of Bucknell, now in his 4th time. Doing a real great job with that program.
Outstanding coach. Before that, he was at Scranton for a number of years and had a great career there.
Owusu drives in, back and forth over the defender. Won't go. Rebound Kitley, and the putback's there.
We talked a lot on Monday night about the different weapons Virginia Tech has on the offensive end. You see some of it right there.
Bucknell still trying to get on the scoreboard for the first time this evening. The drive of the shot right through, pure. Shooting that time coming out of Collins.
Second team All-Patriot as a freshman, just a sophomore, preseason. All-Patriot League. Could have a really good career for Coach Woodruff.
Offensive foul will send it back the other way then for Bucknell. Yeah, Coach Kenny Brooks in his 7th season as we feature him with 125 wins and the 4-time CAA Coach of the Year there at James Madison in the state.
Yeah, what a job he has done here. This program was not in great shape when he got here. They hit the ground running, did well the very first year, and they've just gotten better every single year. And now, like we talked in the open, they're a national contender.
Number 13 team of the country as Collins posts up, goes off the block, and gets 2 points inside. Collins didn't have a single basket against St. Joseph. She's got now the first 2 for Bucknell.
Yeah, I'm sure that she is anxious to get going, and she's off to a good start.
There's a 3 for Amoore. That time it won't go, as Amoore has 4 of the first 6 for the Virginia Tech Hokies. Bucknell driving offensively out of control that time for Johnson. Ty Johnson will get the first one called against her.
Yeah, Bucknell doesn't run the ball an awful lot. They're sort of a situational fast break team, but Johnson can really push the ball, and that time she thought she had something going and ran into an awfully good defender, taking the charge right there. Georgia Amoore doing a really good job of keeping her feet moving and being in a legal guarding position.
The easy call that time for Bobby Ray. Erica Herman and Fato Stevens round out this crew. Taylor Soule gets on the scoreboard for the first time tonight.
Well, we saw her make some super athletic plays on Monday against the Mount. And you see another one right there, a little one-on-one in the lane.
Bucknell with her first triple attempt. That's off for Emma Theodorson.
Yeah, she's really a talented player. Just a freshman out of Moon Township. She's going to be a good one for Bucknell.
They've got a lot of those young players as Georgia Amoore will drive in. Won't go. Kitley fighting for the rebound, and a jump ball will send it back over to the Bison.
Yeah, 6 of the 10-man rotation, 10-lady rotation, if you will, are freshmen or sophomores for Coach Woodruff.
It's amazing.
He said they're really good, but right now they don't know where to go, which is pretty typical of young players.
That's that hard mix of trying to get those new players in, but yet you still got your seniors, Johnson, Schaefer, who can play down inside. You're trying to develop as you go along. That's a hard line there, right, Coach?
Yeah, no question. It's one of the toughest things to do. You want to hurry them up, but it just takes a while to go through that process.
Bucknell trying to get a basket for the first time in a couple of minutes now. Down to the baseline to drive, and the offensive foul again. We've had 3 of those less than 4 minutes into the ball game. 2 coming against Bucknell, and the first one called against Theodorson.
Yeah, nice job right here by Taylor. So watch her cut her off. Theodorson a little too physical, extended that left arm. Easy call for the officials on that one.
This is a Bucknell team that prides themselves on their defense. They have been so solid on the defensive end, and so far getting a couple of stops the last couple of times that Virginia Tech has made their way down the court.
They're the top of the Patriot League in almost every category on the defensive end, especially scoring defense. They've been first or second every year Coach Woodruff has been at Bucknell.
And really even in the top 20 in the country the last couple of years.
Number 15 last season.
Bucknell around the top line. Clears it back over to the top as Dingler will drive and now dish. Back inside, fadeaway jumper. Liz Kitley has it all denied inside the paint as Sullivan had to go with the fadeaway jumper that's off.
Yeah, another one of those freshmen, 6'4".
Owusu right in front of the line, lets it fly and it won't go, but a whistle coming on the rebound against Bucknell.
Yeah, Grace Sullivan trying to block out the ACC Player of the Year.
Well, no one came out of the get-go with the pedal down immediately. 33% right now for Bucknell shooting-wise, and Virginia Tech just a touch better at 38%. 2 defensive showing true as Liz Kitley with a 7-footer.
It's a really nice misdirection play. Coach Brooks is really good in special situations, baseline out of bounds especially. They usually get a good look, and that was wide open for Liz Kitley.
Here's a try. Bucknell's Collins that time trying to get it.
Yeah, she shoots a lot of threes. Not a great percentage, only 28% last year, but she clearly is capable of knocking those down.
Kayana Traylor lost to that time, and the Hokies will hold to a 6-point lead. You want to talk about a big night to start the season. Kayla King had about as big of a night as you can have.
9 3-pointers, breaking Asia Shepard's record of 8. 33 points, a career high, and the 7th highest total for an individual Virginia Tech player in history.
Just kept saying she can't keep doing it. It can't keep going. And boy, a couple of steps behind the line, and she continued to find the ball right on through. Just a tremendous start to the season. Grant Basile on the men's side had a great start too. A couple of 30-point performances on a doubleheader on Monday night here from Castle Coliseum that saw the Hokies start 2-0 between a women's win and a men's win. Out of bounds, and it will stay with the Bison underneath their own basket.
Other than a couple of ISO situations where Cecilia Collins got loose and scored, Virginia Tech's done a nice job of taking away the back cuts, the turn down screens, the curl cuts. They've really done a good job defensively.
How's Bucknell find the basket here? They've got over 3 minutes now of a scoring drought. And they're not going to find it this time. It's stolen away. Trailer too hard off glass that time. And the rebound comes down for Cecilia Collins.
Taylor usually good with that left hand going full court. So fast to the other end. Just a little too fast that time, Zach.
Trying to find a little offense here. 3 turnovers the last 3 times down the court. Jumpers up, no good. Off for Theodorsson. All 4 of the points coming out of Cecilia Collins, who did not score in the contest on Monday night. Just a young freshman. And needs somebody to be able to step up for this Bucknell team. Here's Kitley down to the baseline. The ACC Player of the Year misses off the side of the rim.
Hokies with back-to-back missed layups. Could have extended that lead.
Schaefer hasn't, with the size difference, been able to post up kind of like she was on Monday. She's had to stay outside of the paint. Here's an outside shot. Good for Theodorsson.
Nice little handoff right there. Schaefer doing a little screening action. You can see why coach is really high on Theodorsson.
Back inside to Kitley. That's where they like it. Kitley bouncing all around the rim. Can't get it to fall that time. On a rebound by the Bison.
Good job by Bucknell that time. Contested the shot. Kind of gang rebounded in there.
For the free throw line. And it's a 1-point ball game.
Wow, a lot of traffic. Collins that time. We mentioned the sophomore. It was preseason all Patriot League.
She's got 6 of the 9. Here's King. If she gets hot, watch out. Had 33 on Monday night, and this one won't go. The scoring drought continues. Over 3 minutes now for the Virginia Tech Hokies. They just won for their last 8. Bucknell trying to take their first lead of today's game, and they do with Collins. She's now got 8 of the 11.
Yeah, after only having 5 against St. Joe's, she has come out and been very aggressive on the offensive end and played really well. That was good defense that time.
Offensive foul. We'll give it back over. Yet another turnover against the Hokies.
Watch this. A little size advantage. Use her body to protect the basketball. A little jump hook in the lane for Cecilia Collins out of Scranton Prep.
Cecilia Collins got 2 fouls early in that game against St. Joseph. As soon as she went out of the game with those 2 fouls, it was an 11-0 run for St. Joseph's. And you can kind of look to it. I know a lot of the coaching staff says, hey, Collins is a big part of how this thing rolls. And she wasn't able to score much in that game against St. Joseph's, but throughout the season, they anticipate her scoring a bunch. Whistle comes on a push down inside by Deasia Gregg.
Foul call is Hokies on number 11, Deasia Gregg. Her first personal foul. 13 foul.
Bucknell trying to build upon their 1-point lead. Schaefer took an extra step inside.
Yeah, Kitley's length and shot blocking ability will make you shuffle those feet.
It's not often to the Patriot League that Emma Schaefer for Bucknell is going to get such a mismatch, but Liz Kitley, the reigning ACC Player of the Year, stands at 6'6". Schaefer just at 6'2". It's been a little bit hard going for Emma Schaefer here early on. Virginia Tech trying to stop a almost 4-minute scoring drought. And it won't go. Too hard off the back of the rim for Owusu.
Yeah, another good look, but haven't been able to finish here. Bucknell gaining confidence, hanging around. Trying to execute that offense. There's that dribble handoff that has worked effectively.
Owusu gets her hands on it and knock it out of bounds, and it will stay with Bucknell.
Only 9 on the shot clock. On defense right here, you don't want to bail Bucknell out, and Bucknell obviously needs to be aware of getting a shot up in this 9.4 seconds.
Little 4-footer halfway into it out. Won't go.
Collins 4 out of 6, off to a really good start.
Owusu around the timeline. Go back inside to Kitley. Gives it right on back to Gregg. Back to Kitley. And too hard that time. A couple of real easy ones that just have not gone. They're close to the basket here last couple of minutes.
4 or 5 point-blank looks, just haven't finished. Give Bucknell a lot of credit for continuing to scrap.
Bucknell will be able to hold this for the final possession of the first quarter.
Hokies have not scored after the timeout.
Trying to get it down inside and out of bounds. Last touch by the Bison. It will go back over to the Hokies with 4 seconds left in the first quarter.
Ty Johnson comes back in for defense right here.
Georgia Amoore comes back into the game. Remember, she had the first couple of points for Virginia Tech. The Hokies have not been able to score for the last 5.5 minutes. Here's Amoore, and she stops the drought.
What drought?
No more. Georgia Amoore gives Virginia Tech back the lead.
What a heads-up play here. Knew exactly how much time was left and got a wide-open look.
Coming away with a couple of big shots, and Collins gets herself a whole bunch of those baskets.
Yeah, again, you can see why she was preseason All-Patriot League. None of those shots were easy. Everything was contested, and she is playing with a lot of confidence. 8 of the 11 points for Bucknell.
Virginia Tech stopped a scoring drought, and Liz Kitley continues on those scoring ways to welcome in this second quarter now.
Not the last time we'll see back-to-back baskets by Amoore and Kitley.
First time we've really seen that Virginia Tech team go into a spot where they just could not make a basket. Went through a real scoring drought for about 4 minutes straight. More than that, more like 6-7 minutes in that first quarter. Yet still find themselves with the lead as the shot's off for Johnson. You could tell Virginia Tech coming out, wanting to play fast. Owusu drives, too hard. Offensive foul will send it the other way.
Yeah, just a little bit impatient right there. Kind of hesitation dribble. Watch this. And the defense did a really nice job of staying in position.
Owusu a little bit slow at getting up, but she will stay in the ball game. First one coming against Owusu, and it is the team's first.
Good job again. You can talk about how good Bucknell has been on defense. More evidence of it right there. Doing a nice job of taking the charge against a really talented one-on-one player in Owusu.
Whistle coming against Virginia Tech inside. Not everyone was on the same page that that whistle was called before the shot. Schaefer was still finishing out the play, but it was coming against Georgia Amoore, her first.
Yeah, nice job right there. A left-handed dribble by Ty Johnson.
Down a trailer back into the ball game now for Coach Kenny Brooks.
Multiple people can run the point for Coach Brooks. Certainly Traylor can, Owusu can, and obviously Amoore is the starter.
Shot won't go for Schaefer.
Stays with it though. Got set offensive rebound, gives him another chance.
Basket good. Ty Johnson gets it through.
Johnson gets the basket, but again, Schaefer made the play with the screen up top.
These two teams don't have a ton of history with each other. They did play once in 2013. It was a winner for Virginia Tech, 87-49. They were tied up in 11s, and then Virginia Tech won an 18-0 run of that 2013 game. Right now, Bucknell's already surpassed that with 13, and here's Kitley down to the baseline with a little range.
Does she make it look easy?
Yes. Too easy.
Yeah, every time she shoots that little step-back shot, you expect it to go in. And a lot of times it does.
Schaefer gives it over to the corner. Driving into the paint now, hook shot of the way around the rim.
Isabella King, a left-handed shooter. You saw those long arms reach out just out of the reach of Liz Kitley. King, one of those sophomores.
Kitley double teamed. Now they'll find the open King. King with her first.
Classic. Double team, kick it out, reverse it, one more pass. Have you noticed every time they make one more pass, it results in a wide open shot?
Add another assist. That's 5 assists so far for Virginia Tech. They had 21 of them on Monday night. Here's Soul the other way. Around the rim, and the layup won't go. Owusu gets the rebound, puts it back, and it won't go. Another rebound. Knocked out of there by Schaefer. King from distance. And a timeout taken by Coach Trevor Woodruff. Physical game down inside. A couple of back-to-back offensive rebounds. Virginia Tech in front by 5.
Here's the thing about the good times.
That's what Trevor Woodruff is emphasizing over there on the sideline.
How about that? Not just leading the Patriot League, 15th in the country in scoring defense a season ago. They were in the top 20 a couple of years ago as well. I mean, they really pride themselves on that defensive end. All right, Bucknell basketball coming out of that timeout. Go down inside. Schaefer has it out of her hands that time, and a turnover. That will be the 8th turnover for Bucknell. Just too many of those in this first half.
Yeah, good job by Traylor staying between Collins and the basket, forcing the pass off of Schaefer.
Owusu around the top line. They share the basketball really well. 21 assists in that ball game on Monday night. Here's a left wing 3, halfway in and out.
And again, a good job. Liz Kitley was in great position. Bucknell scraps and comes up with the defensive rebound. Another chance on the offensive end.
And 5 offensive rebounds for the Virginia Tech Hokies so far. Just one on the other side for the Bison. That's Liz Kitley doing some work down inside. Schaefer against Kitley. Off glass and through the hoop.
We showed you that in the open. Her using her body. Emma Schaefer shields the defender, reaches around.
Soul will find Kitley and a whistle coming. Schaefer's going to pick up a foul. That will be her first.
Yeah, and Bucknell not only has played great defense, but they've done it without fouling. Virginia Tech's only shot 2 free throws. They were early in the game.
Kitley's baseline jumpers off. 1 possession ball game. 20-17, Virginia Tech, the number 13 team in the country, struggling to find a little offense here on their home court in the second game of the season. For the free throw line, Kalusha gets her first couple of baskets of the game.
Yeah, Julie Kalecha is a shoot-first kind of player. You saw her with nice touch right there.
Here's Kitley with a little range. In and out, and it won't go. Soul is fighting for those offensive rebounds. That time she fought her way into an offensive foul, or a rebounding foul that time. She's got 2 offensive rebounds so far.
Yeah, Emathea Dorson with the block out right there. Soul was very aggressive going for the rebound, but got called for the foul over the back. And a chance for Bucknell to take the lead here late in the second quarter.
4 for their last 4 of the Bison for the field. The driving side of the high off-glass shot won't go for Collins, who's been a little quiet last couple of minutes now. Drive on the other side. Traylor gets to and extends it to a 2-possession ball game.
Not only does she have great speed, but she has great change of pace. She hesitated and then blew by the defender and laid it up.
All ACC performer in that tournament a season ago is Traylor. And just on the other end, quickly up and in.
Wow, Collins, she bodied up against one of the best defenders in the ACC in Kayla King.
10 points for Collins so far.
She bumped King off, created space, and made the shot.
Kitley Little range. Just has not been able to get that about 7 to 8 footer down the last couple of times down the court. That's why Virginia Tech just 1 for their last 9 for the field. While the other side, Bucknell is 5 for their last 6.
Kitley 4 out of 10. Way below her numbers.
The dribble handoff stolen away. King, with no one near, extends the Virginia Tech lead.
Good defense. We talked about Bucknell's defense. Virginia Tech has been pretty good defensively, other than they haven't really found an answer for Cecilia Collins.
King joined Traylor on that ACC All-Tournament team a season ago during that tournament. Down to the ground and losing the basketball that time is Bucknell. Here's Soul. Transition now. A lot of contact that time. Kitley gets the rebound, puts it back up and in.
Good job attacking before the defense gets set. Kitley running the floor with that offensive rebound.
Kitley's already got herself 10 points and 7 rebounds. Eyeing in her 35th double-double of her career here at Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech has picked up the defense.
Soul into the passing lane. Here's Schaefer now, driving in with a second to spare, nowhere near. The rebound comes for Virginia Tech. A touch in front of the three-point line, and Traylor's got some range.
Good defense creating good offense.
Traylor's got herself 4 points. Virginia Tech with a couple of shots gives it back to a 7-point lead.
It's a beautiful time for basketball.
Jason and Jalen.
A night of dynamic duos.
I'm in the AM with your young.
And championship contenders. Celtics, Hawks, and Warriors, Suns. Wednesday on ESPN.
Back from Blacksburg, Virginia tonight with Mac McCarthy. I'm Zach Mackey in Castle Coliseum. 13th ranked team in the country. Playing it tight right now with Bucknell, who's playing some superb defense, holding Virginia Tech to just 38% for the field. The Hokies add a little full court pressure here now on Cecilia Collins, who's got 10 in this first half. Tight defense, and there's the whistle coming against Kiana Traylor. Traylor will pick up her second. Just got the hands inside a little bit too much.
Yeah, she's had a couple good defensive possessions down here and playing with a little confidence on the offensive end and just overdid it a little bit right there. This is a big possession for both teams right here.
Here's a backdoor cut off glass.
What a nice play. Beautiful pass from Collins to Kalecha.
Kalecha had 10 in the ball game on Monday night. She's got herself 4.
Yeah, and only played 24 minutes. She was very productive.
Traylor, a couple of back-to-back shots, but this one won't go. Kitley with another offensive rebound. This one out of bounds. It will stay with Virginia Tech inside. That's 4 offensive rebounds, 8 total rebounds coming for Liz Kitley so far. Coach Kenny Brooks is going to be pleased with that.
Yeah, and she's getting a lot of attention down there, but she's still producing.
Here's Traylor. And a whistle comes.
I don't know who described her as this, and I wish I could give them credit, but they said Traylor was like a Roomba. You know what? Like bump into something, bump into something, bump into something, and they go. And that's what she does. That hesitation and go. She is like a Roomba.
You got to take credit. That's a good one.
Oh, I wish
he came up with it.
I wish I could. I wish I could.
Traylor gets out one to pull it to a 6-point Virginia Tech lead. Second one won't go, but another rebound offensively coming now for Virginia Tech. Inside to Kitley, double team, knocked around, and a whistle.
Foul penalties and icing.
So Liz Kitley will now spend a little bit of time at the free throw line. Virginia Tech's gone there a couple of times. Bucknell still has not shot a free throw.
Yeah, and the Hokies won't either, I don't think. I think that's just their third foul.
So we'll keep it on the ground underneath the Hokie basket.
It's a nice offensive rebound there by Deasia Gregg, keeping that possession alive. A little boost off the bench, especially with Kiana Traylor.
Get all the water off the court.
Georgia Amoore's been on the bench a long time with those 2 fouls.
Kayla King launches one up, and that one no near got a piece of it that time. The officials will say last touch by Bucknell as King's shot was blocked.
And she wasn't quite as open as I think she felt like she was going to be right there.
Kitley for the free throw line. Pure.
Shot fake? Why not?
Bucknell still 6 for their last 8. Traylor's playing some tight defense. Last couple of minutes now on Collins, and that has slowed her down. Out of bounds, and it will stay with Bucknell underneath their basket.
Yeah, Traylor has done a really good job defensively and has created some offense out of that defense. Big assignment guarding Cecilia Collins.
Left wing 3 off. And the shot clock turned off for the final 17 seconds of this first half.
Hokies will try to take the last shot. They'll want to take it around the 5-second mark, give them a chance to get an offensive rebound, but not so long that Bucknell can get to the other end.
Shot won't go that time for Kiana Traylor. And Virginia Tech will hold with a 8-point lead going into the halftime break right now. Virginia Tech got off to a little bit of a slow start, started to find some of that offense coming along the last couple of minutes now to hold to an 8-point lead. Coach Trevor Woodruff's got a good game plan coming into this ballgame right now. He's got his team within 8. Will be Bucknell to go ahead and start this second half now with the basketball.
Georgia Amoore didn't play a lot in that first half, and certainly that had something to do with the execution offensively for Virginia Tech, I'm sure.
So far, Bucknell this season, with small sample size as a whistle comes against Virginia Tech down inside, has been a second half team. They went on an 11-0 run coming out of the halftime break on Monday night.
That was a nice play. You had a backdoor by Collins and then a backdoor by Kalecha, and Kalecha gets the basket or gets the shot up on the rim and gets to go to the free throw line. First free throws of the night for the Bison.
And a miss. A little bit too hard that time.
Kalecha she didn't get to the free throw line much. She's more of a jump shooter.
Rattles in that second one. Pulls us back to a 7-point ball game. Kayla King, who had 33. A little bit quieter night tonight here in her second game of the season as Amoore shot on the baseline won't fall.
Good skip pass and a nice drive right there. Amoore not able to finish the little floater.
Schaefer looking for somewhere with the basketball. She'll clear it back over to the top.
Schaefer's kind of a facilitator. She's catching that ball in a high post and usually making plays for somebody else, but this time she takes it all the way.
Makes her own play around the defender and off glass.
Nice pivot.
Couple of back-to-back points coming now for this Bucknell team over Virginia Tech to pull it back within a 5-point ball game. A little bit too much bumping down inside, and then will be a whistle coming against Schaefer. She's got her second. Schaefer just slides around. She can pivot around the best of them.
Nice poise right there. Just took her time, realized where Kitley was, pivoted away from her.
Arusu down into the corner, Amoore, and it's off.
Another good look, good drive, penetrate, pitch out to the wide open corner.
Offensive, will send it the other way. Extended the arm a little bit too much that time to Cecilia Collins.
Good pressure by Taylor Soule in transition to pick Collins up. Soule is so athletic. You saw her in transition, finishing, running the floor. That time moving those feet and taking the charge.
She's got those long arms, able to get into the passing lanes. Plenty of steals for her. We saw a couple of them come on Monday night as Kitley goes back out to Soule. With her own rebound. Again. And it won't go, but to the free throw line she'll go.
Well, what good effort. And again, to bounce and get the rebound again. Takes a special kind of athlete. Right here, you see her miss it, go get it again. Miss it, go get it again. You deserve to go to the free throw line with that kind of effort, right?
How about this? They've out-rebounded on the offensive end as Virginia Tech. So that free throw is good. Then what they have on the defensive end, 11 offensive rebounds and just 10 defensive rebounds to combine for 21 total.
Yeah, a year ago, Taylor Soule had 94 offensive rebounds. Right at the top of the ACC.
Free throws good. Bucknell trying to continue offensively. It's a mismatch inside, high off glass, no good for Johnson. Schaefer trying to get an offensive rebound, and it will stay with the Bison underneath.
That was a great job by Schaefer. Kitley left Schaefer to go contest the shot by Johnson. And that left Schaefer free to run to the rebound, and she didn't come up with it, but she battled till they kept it on this end.
Yet again, Taylor Soule gets her hand in that passing lane. Bucknell will continue with the possession. 5 seconds to find a shot. Collins has it blocked by King. Coach Woodruff's got his hands up saying, where's the whistle? No call that time.
Schaefer again pushing down low.
Schaefer's going to have to get in trouble because if she comes out of this ball game, there's not much of a matchup to go for Bucknell against Liz Kitley. That's the third one coming against Schaefer.
I think she's going to be replaced by Grace Sullivan right here.
Count the basket by Kitley. The officials get together to have a conversation now.
Conversation about who the foul was on, or see there Schaefer pushed it through the screen, and did it occur before the shot?
No shot, they say. So Schaefer very quickly picked up back-to-back fouls. She now has 4, and she will now come out of the ball game.
Yeah, coach was trying to get her out before that 4th foul. She's being replaced by Grace Sullivan. Grace Sullivan, the freshman from Antioch, Illinois, is in a difficult situation right now, taking on Liz Kitley.
And now they're going to have Georgia Amoore go to the free throw line.
That foul was on number 52.
Yeah, she pushed through Amoore on a screen.
It's a 15 foul, so Virginia Tech is in the bonus. Amoore's free throw is good. An 8-point Virginia Tech lead. Makes it 9 now to Amoore.
Coach Woodruff and I are both puzzled by that.
Yeah, he's still
right there.
Having a conversation with the official down on the baseline because
I guess because it was their 5th foul was the reason that Amoore got to do the shot. Here's the drive and the dish off the side of the rim, but it won't go for
pleasure. So Virginia Tech with a 9-point lead in the basketball, trying to take advantage of this over 2-minute scoring drought for Bucknell. Owusu hits her first triple of the ball game.
She can do a little bit of everything with that basketball in her hands.
We asked Coach, he said, how do you handle that? He said, I'm still learning and trying to figure out how. Owusu's got so many elements to her game. Coach Kenny Brooks trying to use her and uses her for the 3 points. Virginia Tech in front.
Why is Roger happy? It's the little things, Carvana.
Watch what ball reversal and spacing will do for your offense. That is a perfect look from an offensive perspective.
Get it right to Ashley Owusu, and boy, what a career she's already had, continuing to make an impact here. A 2-time All-American, the transfer from Maryland was one of the biggest gets of the entire offseason across the country, let alone here for Kenny Brooks.
Yeah, what an addition, and she's just getting comfortable with what her role is on this team, and she's going to be really, really a big addition for this Hokie squad.
All right, so Bucknell is trying to stop a 2.5-minute scoring drought. After being within a possession of the halftime break, it's been a slow start of the third, and out of bounds will send it back over to the Hokies.
Speaking of Owusu, get a hand on that ball, knock it off of the Bucknell player. Hokies on offense again.
A 7-0 run right now for the Hokies. Georgia Amoore trying to make it 10, and that shot's off.
Good in-rhythm shot coming off of a down screen by Kitley.
Bucknell trying to look for their first win against a Power 5 opponent in the history of the program. Trail though by 12. Down to 5 seconds for a shot to find. Here's Collins, who had 10 in the first quarter and a half. Has not been able to score in the second half, and this one misses, but another offensive rebound coming for Bucknell. It's taken away. Georgia Amoore with the basketball, and Soul's not stopping. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot.
The push by Amoore, the no-look pass to Soul running the floor. But again, it started with defense. Liz Kitley poking it away. Amoore says, here you go, Taylor.
Taylor Soul to the free throw line. First one will not go. Boy, Taylor Soul is having some fun out there on the basketball court. Just see it the way she plays. She tweeted about it after that game on Monday night. Coach said, Taylor Soul said, this is the best and most people I have ever played in front of on Monday night, and really liking the game of basketball right now.
Well, she was smiling. The fans were smiling watching her play, too.
12-point deficit for Bucknell. Went on an 11-0 run on Monday night. Try to mimic that even a little bit more, but that shot's off. Kayla King, 33 points a night ago, just 5 points for her tonight. Amoore shot won't go. Kitley with the rebound on the putback for the All-American.
Yeah, that's where the Bison miss Emma Schaefer.
Schaefer got her 4th foul. She spent the remaining last couple of minutes on the bench, and most likely probably will not see her until that 4th quarter. Out of bounds, and we'll send it back over to the Hokies. Virginia Tech basketball on the other side of this timeout right now, rolling with Liz Kitley having a great night tonight. She had a wonderful night last night, too, being recognized in the men's game for her ACC Player of the Year from a season ago. She's the preseason pick yet again. Rightfully so. What a year last year.
Yeah, and already with the double-double tonight, led the league in double-doubles a year ago. Their Player of the Year, preseason All-American. And the A. Smith Award watch list.
Make that now her 35th career double-double here at Virginia Tech. And Collins get back to the scoring ways. Right to the free throw line. Finds her first points of the second half after having 10 in that first.
Really good execution right there. Just the second field goal of the second half. But she also can play defense. Cecilia Collins.
Kiana Traylor got a shoulder in that time, and she'll pick up her second with an offensive foul.
That's her second personal foul.
The Roomba didn't stop that time.
No, had to find a new path, right?
Watch this. This is outstanding defense. Took it right in the sternum. That's a charge every time. The Hokies are, have picked up a little bit here in the second half, but they've mostly done it on the free throw line. They're still only 2 for 8 from the field, not shooting the ball well, but they have gotten to the free throw line and scored 4 points there. They've also forced 4 turnovers, and like I said, that's only the second basket last time down for Collins. Second basket for Bucknell in the second half.
Collins shot last possession, stopped a 9-0 scoring run for Virginia Tech, trying to get a couple of points in a row now of the Bison. Down inside, Sullivan will dish. Three-pointer for Theodorson, halfway into the down.
Ooh, little short closeout by Amoore. She got away with it. Theodorson had that one go all the way down to the basket.
Bucknell finds themselves down by 12 after being just 1 for their last 8. It's Taylor Soul's shot that's off the mark, and a rebound inside for Bucknell. A defensive battle in Blacksburg tonight. Bucknell historically one of the best defensive teams in the mid-major ranks every single season, and they're proving it tonight. The All-American will check back in. Both of them, I should say. Liz Kitley and Ashley Owusu, both recognized as All-Americans a season ago.
Both on the preseason All-ACC team along with Taylor Soul. 3 out of the 10 members of that team, Virginia Tech Hokies.
That's much in part to that number 13th ranking in the country for Virginia Tech. 7 seconds to find a shot. Bucknell cutting down, and it will be out of bounds. Last touch by Georgia Amoore. Will stay with the Bison. They'll have 5.5 seconds underneath their own basket.
This group.
Not too shabby. 3 of them.
Yeah, 3 of them, and on a star-studded team right there. And a really nice play by the freshman, Grace Sullivan.
Bucknell on a little bit of a run, brings it back within 10, trying to get it to single digits for the first time since that first half. Traylor, wide open, drives in and gets 2.
Hesitation and explode to the rim. If you let her go with that left hand, you cannot beat her to the rim.
King, one of the freshmen we've been highlighting throughout tonight's game.
Yeah.
The young group that Coach Trevor Woodruff has. There's one of those young players, Theodorson. The freshman can't get the shot to go off the front of the rim.
Good defensive transition. All 5 Bison beat the ball back down the floor. It's outstanding defense.
Owusu between the legs, down to the baseline. Side of the rim denied. Another offensive rebound, won't go. Another offensive rebound, and this time Kitley will go to the free throw line. That's the 14th offensive rebound coming today for Virginia Tech.
Size mattered right there. Owusu having a discussion with the official. So is Coach Kenny Brooks. Everybody wants a piece of the officials, right?
Free throw goes for Kitley. Well, this is one of the big and the tough spots for Bucknell is when Liz Kitley's in the ballgame. Emma Schaefer's sitting on the bench for Bucknell. She's the 6'2 senior forward with 4 fouls. Not being able to play in this third quarter, Coach Trevor Woodruff has held her out, most likely seeing her return in the fourth quarter. Well, she'll have to be careful with only 1 foul to give.
Kitley with 2 for 2 from the free throw line. She's down 9 for 9 on the season.
It's an open look down to the corner. Won't go for King. Virginia Tech with a rebound. Amoore slips and slides out of bounds.
create a little offense in there, penetrate, either kick back out or.
So Bucknell has had their fair share of whistles coming against him. The most important, though, is Schaefer with 4 fouls. She's been the only one really to be able to match up with Liz Kitley down inside, the ACC Player of the Year, as a whistle comes against Virginia Tech. Ashley Owusu picks up her 3rd.
Yeah, one of the things a defender will do when a ball screen is coming is get a little closer, get up into the offensive player. That time Owusu did it a little too aggressively. King back in to guard Collins. Bucknell's continued to execute that offense.
5 seconds. Fadeaway jumper on the block. Into the free throw line will go Bucknell. A spot that they have not spent very much time. This will be just the 3rd and 4th free throws of the night for this Bison group.
Yeah, and give the Hokies credit for that. Collins, that time, I think everybody on the team guarded her that time. Everybody was switching. Ended up with Deasia Gregg on her.
Around the rim and through it goes.
75% free throw shooter a year ago.
Misses that one. The Bison now 2 for 4 from the free throw line tonight.
This will be a back pick to try to get Kitley the ball on the block, and they do that.
Now Kitley trying to make a play, slides through and loses the basketball.
Grace Sullivan battling down low. She's got 3 fouls herself. Deasia Gregg with the hustle in transition.
Knocks it out of bounds and keeps it with the Bison. 10 seconds separate that shot and game clock. Gregg just quickly down the court. Here's Theodorson from the free throw line. Gets the 2-point basket. She's got herself up to now 5. And the shot clock turned off. The final possession upcoming for Virginia Tech in the 3rd quarter.
Coach Woodruff talked about how talented Theodorson was, and we've seen some of that tonight out of the freshman.
Down to 4 seconds. Kitley for the free throw line is right through. And Virginia Tech into those last couple of shots to make it a big 3rd quarter for Virginia Tech. They lead it by 13 from Blacksburg tonight.
A good crew knows conditions can change, especially in life.
With you.
Hokies still struggling from the field, only 4 for 14, 28% in that 3rd period, but they did extend their lead, outscoring Bucknell by 5 in that period.
Kiana Traylor getting some good quality minutes tonight. She'll bring the basketball down. Schaefer back into the ball game. That's important to note. She's been one of the few to match up with Kitley. Schaefer for Bucknell wears number 52 out there, and she picked up her 4th foul in that 3rd quarter early on.
Did a good job right there blocking Liz Kitley out, who was in good position to get the offensive rebound.
Theodorson, young freshman, drives inside with a right-handed layup. Gets the layup to roll.
She's really been impressive, hasn't she?
She has. She's up to 7 tonight.
Deasia Gregg is a good defender.
Debut on Monday night in college basketball and doing so in Castle Coliseum on Friday night of this week. Kitley with a little range to her, little 7-footer. Nothing but net.
One of the Hokies' favorite plays. Liz Kitley pops to the wing, gets a back screen back into the post. The ball is reversed, and usually she's open, cutting through the lane.
20 points for her tonight. Effective from the field. And a whole bunch of rebounds to speak to. 13 of them for her tonight. Here's Schaefer driving. And loses the handle that time, but it will stay with Bucknell underneath their basket. Coach Kenny Brooks says, no, it will not. The officials get together and switch it around.
See, this time, one of the rare times the entire crowd was right. Usually they disagree just to disagree, right?
Exactly. First couple of games for the officials, too. Everyone getting up to speed.
Done a good job. It's been a difficult game. A lot of great defensive effort here.
Amoore, off glass, drives in. Amoore on to double figures now. She's got 11.
Starting to see the weapons come through for Virginia Tech. Bucknell had kept most of them quiet for a long period of the game.
Offensive foul coming against the Bison that time, trying to drive in. And this one's coming against Collins.
Schaefer.
No, they're calling it on Schaefer. I'm sorry, and that's her fifth. She's out of the ball game.
Let's take a look right here. Oh, on the other end, Georgia Amoore with the sweet bank shot.
Wow. So Schaefer's day will come to an end. What a great performance she had against Liz Kitley when she was in this ball game. She ends up her final numbers just 4 points, but she did a lot on that defensive end and moved the basketball. We talked about it in the open. That offense runs through Schaefer. It was very evident today as Kitley shots off and a rebounded time for the Bison.
Yeah, that was the counter to the play where Kitley cuts through the lane. She popped back, got the wide open shot, but couldn't finish it.
Taylor Souls whistled this time for a foul. First one of the fourth quarter coming against Taylor Soul.
Bucknell still controlling the pace of the game.
Sullivan with a high screen. She's got the tall task of filling it in for Schaefer now, who fouled out of this ballgame. 5 seconds to shoot. Here's Theodorson for the free throw line. But it doesn't get a piece of the rim that time, and it's hit into the hands of Amoore. Trailer resets it to the top now. They go back inside of the All-American, and it's off. Fighting for the rebound. King is down. Now the officials will stop it as King is very slow to get up. Coach Trevor Woodruff throwing his hands up saying, what are we doing here? The officials stop it to make sure King's fine. She gets up and says she's good. She'll inbound this basketball.
10 on the shot clock. Going to run a shot clock play.
Got tangled up a little bit. Amoore, long range, won't go. Offensive rebound on the putback. Second chance points continue to build upon for Virginia Tech.
Taylor Soul understood the shot was going up as the shot clock wound down. Got good offensive rebound position. Hokies extend a little defense here. Soul picking up full court. Soul matched up against Collins now.
Here's Dingley. Back over to Theodorson. Getting physical in there. And Collins and Soul especially. Sisselman. And a whistle coming against Trailer.
A little too handsy right there.
Trailer will pick up her third. Couple sit with 3 now as Owusu is sitting with 3. Couple with 2. No one in that much of foul trouble for Coach Kenny Brooks. Soul playing some tight defense.
Yes, she is. She is taking this challenge. We haven't heard from Collins in a little while.
No. 4 seconds. Here's Sullivan. Back out top. And the 3's off. That time for Sisselman, and a rebound coming for Virginia Tech. King, right where she left off on Monday night.
You know, she had a lot of wide open looks. That one wasn't a wide open look like she had on Monday night. She had a hand in her face and drilled the bottom out of it.
8 points for Kayla King now. She's 2 of 5 from 3 throughout today's ball game. Sisselman around the timeline, and guess who? Taylor Soul. I feel like so often when the ball's knocked out of bounds or hit around, we're saying Taylor Soul got her hand on it somewhere. She's constantly in those passing lanes.
Yeah, she kind of baited that pass right there and almost came up with it. She's done a nice job of denying to Collins the ball, and then when Collins has it, she's done a good job of cutting off the penetration.
Whistle coming against Virginia Tech. This one called against Deja Gray.
That was Soul again.
Or Soul, that was, okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. She got on Soul, and that's Soul's third, so going to have to be mindful of that. And an offensive foul coming against Bucknell, and Taylor Soul is happy about that. She says this has been happening all night long, throwing her hands in the air.
And that's Grace Sullivan's fourth foul with 5:20 left in the game.
A 9-0 run right now for Virginia Tech. Bucknell, you can see that offense doesn't really know how to react without Schaefer in there. And here's Owusu drawing contact and going to the hoop.
Schaefer's a big part of it. Owusu grabbing that elbow.
Came down right on it.
I hope that's just a little stinger if you're a Virginia Tech fan.
First one's on the way and good for Owusu. She's got herself up to now 4 points tonight.
Yeah, part of her package is she's an outstanding free throw shooter, and she's going to get to the free throw line a lot. A year ago, she shot 41% from three, 80 from the free throw line. Soul again contested everything that Collins does.
Banked it in right at the top for Theodorson, the freshman. Gets one to fall and gets her to double figures.
She laughed all the way down the floor, too.
A 19-point lead and an extra step for Owusu. Be the seventh turnover.
Kayla King made 9 of these Monday night. A good look at this one. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Upcoming for Virginia Tech, USC upstate to get it started on Monday night. And then Kenny Brooks and the squad is off to the Bahamas. They've got Kentucky, Missouri. We've been talking. We're trying to get Coach Brooks to let us on that plane trip down to the Bahamas.
I'm available. What about you?
I could do it. I could make it work. Now, that's going to be some stiff competition down there as well. Kentucky, Missouri, look at Nebraska coming up here. They've also got a non-conference game against Tennessee. I mean, they went out and got some of the top-tier talent in the country to play in that non-conference.
As the saying goes, business is picking up.
Out of bounds, and Bucknell having a hard time getting it past half court for the first time tonight. Virginia Tech giving them some full court pressure. The Hokies, the number 13 team of the country most recently. The AP poll coming out. Bucknell's played them tight, though. One of the top defensive teams year in and year out, showing it tonight after Virginia Tech put up 100 points on Monday night. They're going to be held quite a bit less than that tonight.
Taylor Soul's done a nice job against Cecilia Collins.
And a travel. Extra step taken by the sophomore Sisselman at that time.
Sisselman from Long Island. Another of those young kids that Coach Woodruff is so excited about. He wishes he could fast forward them to see what they look like in January rather than November, when they'll really know where to go in this offense.
Kitley, pure right from the net that time. She missed a couple early on, but here in this third and now fourth quarter, she's been spot on. She's got herself up to now 22.
Yeah, up over 50%, 13 rebounds.
Out of bounds, and it will stay with the Bison. So Bucknell trying to stop a 13-3 run that Virginia Tech is under right now.
Well, a couple things happened. Taylor Soul's done a nice job defensively against Collins, and, of course, Emma Schaefer being on the bench has really bothered Bucknell on both ends.
Owusu wide open, and she's fouled from behind. That one coming against Cecilia Collins. And Liz Kitley, that's pretty good, isn't it? With it ranks first, second, points per game, all that. She's off to a tremendous start to her year.
You know what that'll get you? That'll get you Player of the Year.
Back-to-back seasons. Owusu's free throw is good.
She and Coach Brooks have such a great relationship, and it has paid dividends for both of them, obviously. But Liz Kitley has gotten better every single year she's been here. And as good as she was a year ago, she's better again.
Whistle coming as they get it into the front court. This one coming against Taylor Soul. And Soul's going to have to be careful as she's got her fourth.
Only the fourth foul on Virginia Tech, so Bucknell still not shooting the bonus. Bucknell literally has only shot 4 free throws in this game. Virginia Tech now with 12 out of 16.
This offense looks different without Schaefer in the game. She fouled out early on. She's typically had a touch just about every single possession as that jumper will not go for Johnson.
Yeah, she was a screener, a passer, a post-up player, did a little bit of everything, but she really facilitates that Princeton offense.
Owusu driving. A floater goes right through that time for Owusu.
Yeah, right through the contact.
Owusu just 1 point away from getting to double figures. Virginia Tech's got Kitley and Georgia Amoore in double figures so far. This one thrown out of bounds. Another turnover. Send it the other way.
Yeah, and give Taylor Soul credit for that. Denying the pass right there. Back cut by Collins.
And number 35, Taylor Gunnyman.
The freshman checking in for Virginia Tech.
Trelise Dunn into the game. Gray shirted a season ago. Also, Taylor Geierman. Drive inside and a whistle coming onto the free throw line will go Kiana Traylor.
Seen a lot of bodies on the floor here tonight.
Physical game.
Personal foul. 15 foul. Second number 11, Blake Matthews.
Coach Kenny Brooks at halftime told us, hey, we've got to be able to find that offense in this second half. Got to get some of those shots to fall. What have you thought of the second half out of the Hokies so far back?
Yeah, they've just been a little bit better at everything, and I think they really have picked it up on the defensive end. Even though the first half wasn't bad defensively, they've created some offense out of their defense here in the second half.
How beneficial is it early on in the season to play 2 different type of games? Your game on Monday night was an offensive shootout, put up 101 points. Tonight, more of that defensive presence, kind of getting all of those checked off the list, if you will, during the non-conference.
Yeah, that's exactly what you look for as a coach. You want to play against different styles of play.
Fade away that will not go. How about if you're Bucknell on the other side and Coach Trevor Woodruff? I mean, this is a team that's young. We know that as Coach Kenny Brooks calls the timeout just to get some of those subs in. It's a young group, but a group right now that put up a good fight tonight. I mean, they're going to make a good fight in the Patriot League, I would assume, this year.
This will really help them. And I saw a lot of video from the first game. They've made big strides in just a week. I think he's going to be pretty pleased with what they did here tonight.
Another ACC opponent down the line against Syracuse in a couple of weeks for this Bucknell group. Down to 8 seconds. Here's now Dunn. Gets her first points of today's game in the fourth quarter.
Done a kind of a prototypical stretch four, can really shoot the ball from long range, and benefited by coming in early and getting used to what ACC basketball is all about.
Here now is Matthews.
1 minute remaining.
Matthews really highly recruited, quick point guard.
Here's a three transition. Front of the rim, but it won't go. Bucknell with a wide open lane. Finishing it through that time with the Bison, number 4, Carolina Dingler. Off the mark. But it won't go for Dunn. She's not afraid to shoot, is she, though?
Oh, no. And she can shoot the ball really well.
Shot clock turned off. Bucknell, if they want, can't hold this basketball. We'll see what they do with 29 seconds remaining in the ball game. And with Trevor Woodruff, I believe, is saying, let's just get one final look here. Jumper and a foul coming. To the free throw line now for the final 16 seconds.
Had a good crowd here on Veterans Day. Good to see all the Corps cadets out here.
Yep. Little Friday night college basketball from Blacksburg, Virginia.
Mighty Tighties have added to the atmosphere.
Matthews trying to cut into this deficit. Now a 26-point lead for the Virginia Tech Hokies. Trailer's got to get it past half court, and she can dribble this one out for victory number 2 on the year. The final 5 seconds, Virginia Tech's going to get 2-0. A couple of convincing home wins to start the season for Coach Kenny Brooks. A 67-41 victory. Bucknell with a tough start to the season. They're now 0-2 on the year, but a defensive battle, much like Bucknell wanted to play in this game.
Yeah, completely different than Monday night. You missed it. Playing against different styles really helps you early in the season, and Virginia Tech got it